Hello monster theorists! This week we got a brand new update bringing with it 4 new monsters, some exciting changes to the breeding structure, and some new changes to logging into the game. In this video we're going over every change that came out in 4.8.6. Starting with the new monster variants. We got Rare Kahoot, Epic Tempa, and Epic Bisonoris this week, and we're gonna get Rare Periscorp next week. Rare Kahoot is available to breed this week on Magical Sanctum, and it looks very cool. Honestly, it reminds me a little bit of Owlesque. It looks pretty gnarly, and it's one of my favorite monster designs in a while. Epic Bisonoris is available on Amber Island as well as Psychic Island. On Psychic Island, you can breed it with Kana and Gloptic. If you have some free diamonds, this is one of the easiest epics to get if you're lucky. Rare Periscorp is coming next week, and I think it's okay if I show this off since it was shown in the trailer. This is a very significant rare. Once it comes out, we will have no more rare magicals left except for the Sanctum monsters, meaning that we will be able to complete the entire rare collection on Magical Nexus. I expect that we'll get another upgrade for the Nexus Nucleus once we collect all of the rares, preparing us for the epic magicals that are sure to come, probably on Anniversary Month. Epic Tempa is a very interesting monster as well. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first monster to require an epic fire expansion monster in its inventory, this being Epic Pongping on Fairy Island. Am I the only one who's getting a little bit tired of all these things you have to zap monsters into? Sacrificing all these monsters is not a very fun mechanic. But that's all for monster variants. Let's take a look at how login has changed in this update. BigBlueBubble has changed quite a few things related to login. The first thing you'll notice is that there's a new Create Account button. I don't know about everybody else, but for Apple users, you can sign in with Apple or with email. I'm really glad this feature exists, as before it was kind of tricky to create a new account. The small community of MysingingMonsters speedrunners are going to have a field day with this one. The next thing you'll probably notice is that the login method buttons have changed. They now have a very clean white appearance with simple icons to the side, and sadly they are completely phasing out Facebook as a login method. You can see to the bottom left corner that there's a way for you to recover your Facebook account. I'm not sure how many people actually used Facebook as a login method, but it's still kind of sad to see it go. You will be missed. Leave a comment if you'd like to see all the Facebook features they've actually removed over the years. The last thing they've changed with logging in is actually a button in the options menu. If you go into the game, hit options, and then look at the top left purple button, you can now click this link account button and it can let you link your account to multiple login methods. This could be really handy, especially if you're an Apple user who wants to move their account to be able to be played on an Android. You can now just link an email and then sign in with email on Android. This is a really smart feature, and I'm glad they added this. Now for the feature that I'm sure all of you are super excited about, this brand new breeding structure overhaul. You may have noticed that you don't have access to it yet. Neither do I, actually. Only new players can get it right now for some reason. My theory is that this is a beta that they're testing out with new players before expanding it to everybody. The reason I say this is that there's no way this is an exclusive feature. This has features that we've all wanted for a long time in a breeding menu. I've made a list of all of the different things I can think of that have changed between the old menu and the new one. Number 1. This is its own separate screen now instead of just being a pop-up window. Number 2. The background looks like the Monster Discovery background, except instead of the monster elements floating past, it's BigBlueBubble's icon. I really like this. It looks very clean. Number 3. Monster 1 and Monster 2, the menus where you select the monsters to start breeding, have now been moved from the middle to the edges of the screen. And now when you select a monster, the selected monster will show up beside it. It even plays its memory match sound. Number 4. Underneath the monsters that you've selected, there is a possible results menu. When you put 2 monsters in, it will show all of the possible results for breeding it. If they decide to keep this feature, the days of hunting for new monsters combos are gone. No longer do we have to leave the game to look up combos, we can just trial and error it right there. Number 5. Another convenience feature that they added is that if your monster isn't level 4 yet, you can feed it in a dedicated feeding screen in the breeding structure. This is still a little bit glitchy and definitely needs to be improved, but it's super cool and I love it. Number 6. In the bottom left corner, there's a switch called Highest Level. What this does is it removes all the duplicate monsters and only shows one of the monsters with the highest level. Let's say you have a bunch of noggins in your breeding structure screen. Before, you would have to scroll through all of those to get to something underneath, but now by flipping this switch, it only shows one noggin, the one with the highest level. This is so helpful, and it's going to make finding the monster you want so much easier. here.
Number 7.
On the top of the Monster 1 and Monster 2 select bubbles, you can see filters for the elements. Let's say you click the cold element filter. It will show all of the monsters with the cold element and nothing else. You can also do it with multiple elements if you're looking for a specific monster. This is super helpful, and like I said, it's going to save so much time.
Number 8.
If you have torches on your island, you'll be able to see a brand new piece of UI for the torches. It shows a row of 10 torches. If you have slots that are completely black, that means you can buy more torches. If the spot is grayed out, that means you have a torch, but it isn't lit. If the torch is yellow, that means it's lit, and if it's blue, that means it's permalit. Having this quick view of your torches is super helpful, and knowing exactly what your torches look like is just such a cool idea.
Number 9.
One of the nicest adjustments in the breeding structure menu is the new heart in the middle. When you tap the heart, it starts the breeding, which you can probably tell because there's text right there that says tap to breed. I love how well thought out this menu is and how many helpful features it adds. Give me this new breeding structure. I want it now. It is so cool. This may be like last year's path painting, where they announced this handy feature during anniversary month. But I hope it's not the only feature that they announce. In fact, I'm working on a video of every quality of life feature that you would like to see in My Singing Monsters. And if you'd like to watch that video, be sure to subscribe so that you'll be able to watch it right when it comes out. Before I go, I wanted to cover a couple of UI changes. The text size for the monster's level number has gone down a little bit, and for some reason, they made the big pop-up ads way bigger. Remember, last update, they made them smaller than they were before, and now they seem to have reverted that change. But anyways, that's all I've found in this update so far. What do you think? Are you guys excited for the new breeding menu? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thank you to my Cobra Clan members this month: Peppo Roni, Toast, Toxic Fox, Luis, Burger King, Elijah's Room, Mr. Yahaha, DDO MSM, Nova MSM, Noah Sob 13, Hyperglitch MSM, Big Fama, and Ugiful. If you enjoyed this video, the best way to support me is by watching another. The one to my left shows every feature that came in the last update, and the video to the right explains why I still play My Singing Monsters every day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy monstering!